Top of the morning, people. Time is of the essence. I just want to say, I've seen some footage, right, of some cops. They just gunned a Latino brother down in California. I don't know how old the footage is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they gunned the brother down. He was unarmed. I'm assuming it just happening because this footage just surfaced and it looks fresh and it looks new. This is what it is from my perspective. I'm not saying I have all the answers, but what it is this: the COVID-19 shit. It took lives and they boosted up a lot of lives, but they see people was aware and nobody didn't want the vaccine, so they're trying another route. Right? It's a chess game, right? If I can't checkmate my enemy through one way, like with my pawns, then I use my horses and my bishops to go another way and try to checkmate them. Or I might attack them from 3 different ways at one time and see which way penetrates and gets to the king faster to checkmate my opponent, right? So, the COVID shit, they see people was like, yo, we ain't with no vaccine, we ain't taking no vaccine. All right, cool. So Trump was with us on that. You know, Trump was on some, nah, I'm not with the vaccine either. I'm anti-vaccine. Then he made something where the vaccine was optionable. I mean, it was optional. And, you know, he was on our side with that. You know, Trump going after the pedophiles. He's going after the rapists. I fucks with him on that. At the end of the day, he's still a president and he has a job to do. Check this funny shit, though. He said, all right, if people don't protest peacefully, I'm going to send the military. This is what he told the mayor of Minnesota or some shit like that. I'm going to post it on Instagram, so y'all going to see it on my page. But on Twitter, he said, yo, I'm going to send the military to aid the police in Minnesota, you know, Minneapolis, wherever it's at. If people keep being violent, like y'all dishonoring, you trying to say people is dishonoring. Hold on, this fucking ambulance. Yeah, well, anyway, dark energy is prevalent this morning. Ambulance trucks, garbage trucks, that's cool. They doing their job, whatever. But he said he gonna disperse the military, right? That been was the intention. Remember, he's still a president. He still has a job to do, right? They want everybody to get violent in every state. You know, it's starting in Minneapolis or Minnesota, whatever. They want people to get violent in California, all the Latinos, the Chicanos. They want everybody to pop off and become violent with police so they could send the military. Remember, the military is already here because they said they were sending them here to aid us for the COVID thing. But they was really bringing them back here for the setup. It was a lineup move. It's like with rapping, when a dude line you up for the punchline, or with basketball, when a dude sets you up so he can make the shot. You know, it's a setup move. So the military never was here to help us with the COVID shit. They here for what's about to happen. Like, they know that, you know, it's a green light. Cops, kill these people, kill these unarmed people, start trouble, antagonize, provoke the people. Let's get them riled up. They're gonna move emotionally and erratically and unconsciously, and they're gonna just want to fight. They're gonna just want to fight, and they're gonna just want revenge because they operating off of anger. So now people is doing that, but people is still disorganized. They organized, unorganized. Meaning they looking organized because they marching together and all that, but they really unorganized because they not practicing phalanx type strategies. And if y'all know what the phalanx is when the Spartans used to line up straight in one line and solid with the shields and shit like that. Like when cops line up for riots, they using phalanx protocol. They're using that type of war strategy. And we need to be in phalanx type of war strategy too. You know, like the marchers and the protesters, people got to know how to be organized and form different sections and all that. Like, it might be 50 people over here in pyramid shape, you know, in diamond shape, triangular shape. And then it might be 50 people over there in triangular shape, right? That's called a trilateral offense. What up, peace, king, blessings. That's called a trilateral offense. People need to learn these type of war strategies and these type of techniques. You know, y'all need to know what a phalanx is. Y'all need to know what a trilateral strategy is. Y'all need to know what a force intrusion is. Y'all need to know all these type of methods. Even with chess, you know, there's the Sicilian opening, There's the Russian Open, and you know, there's different type of techniques. I need to learn these techniques so I can better apply them, and y'all know how to better counter attack them if they're used on y'all, right? But the end of the moral of this blog is martial law is definitely coming. I'm not no conspiracy theorist or nothing, man. If people start popping off in all 50 states and every other state, that military pulling up. They pulling up. They gonna pull up because they know police ain't really equipped. And then not only that, police are civilians just like us. Police are civilians just like us. So at the end of the day, some of them are gonna be like, man, fuck this job, man. I'm not losing my life. I'm going home to my family to protect my family because they still in civilian mode, right? I'm not saying the military is not humans or civilians, but these dudes is conditioned for this type of climate because, remember, they getting sent to other countries to kill, rape, conquer, take over. These dudes is calloused already. They psychologically programmed. The cops that's entry level. They the foot soldiers. They the pawns on the chessboard. The next level, National Guards. After that, Marines. You know, the Marines always usually be the go-in guards first when they're in other countries. So after National Guards, it might be the Army, it might be the Marines, but it's one of those two. And then after that, that's when you start going into Navy SEALs and Air Force and all that other shit. Like, but it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the step above police, but the step under National Guard is like SWAT teams and, you know, little ESU forces, emergency response units, and stuff like that. And I'm not preaching no anti-government shit or nothing. All I'm saying is the president's job is to secure the country, and the people's job is to fight for our rights and maintain our amendment rights, right? So Trump is in a rock and a hard place, right? He's trying to keep the pedophiles, the child traffickers. He's trying to keep the shadow government or the evildoers. He's trying to keep them suppressed or in check or in order, while also keeping us in order during this chaos. So it's basically like a referee, man. You know, I'm like, if two dudes is fighting or you know, I'm trying to break it up, but two dudes is fighting, but both is bad. You know, this guy's a bad guy, and this guy's not a bad guy, but he's doing bad things. So I'm trying to break it up and keep everything neutral. So, you know, I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but, you know, he has a difficult job, and at the end of the day, the go down is going to go down, and when the go down, everybody got to be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You know, because, you know, I see the protesters marching and all that. None of them is armed. You know, what y'all gonna start doing when them niggas start firing and just shooting y'all? Because all of y'all is unarmed. Remember how these protesters started, because they already killing unarmed people. So a lot of these protesters is unarmed. So once they start clapping them and killing them and clipping them or gassing them out with, you know, with biohazard chemicals or fumes and stuff like that, it's gonna get worse. And that's when, you know, different people gonna pull up, like the Oaks. Look up the Oaks. You know, it's different. It's secret shadow citizen revolutionary groups too. The Oaks, you know, there's a bunch of different other dudes they waiting and they gripped up. They've been training forever, and they the good guys. You know, they ain't on the dark side. They ain't for the slavery or the oppression. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be on our side, and they allies. You know, so it ain't really a black and white thing. Don't ever think that. You know, black people, there's white people that is on our side and that is gonna help us. And they're armed up too, and they have a conscience, and they not with the sucker shit. All white people ain't with the sucker shit. All Spanish people ain't with the sucker shit. You know, there's good and bad in everybody, in every race and color, creed, ethnicity, and stuff like that. So don't ever think everybody's bad. But we gotta have the intuition to be able to decipher and know who's who. Iron, intelligence, rule over negative nonsense, warlord, wisdom and righteousness is law over reckless decisions. Stay up like a cup, holler back on my collar crack, we get up like sit-ups, I'm oxygen.